Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today. You guys, I am back today with more RWBY Fairy Tales, and I am now being told that this is the last episode, at least for now, of RWBY Fairy Tales. I actually did not realize that I was thinking like between 6 and 8 episodes. So I knew we were getting close, but I actually had no idea that this was the finale episode. Very exciting, very bittersweet because it has been an awesome series, and I'm kind of hoping that they get a season 2. I know a few of you have filled me in as to the fact that they didn't go through all of the fairy tales, I don't think, in the book, because I know this is based in the book. So perhaps we'll get a season 2. I don't know. I'm hearing good things. So I'm hearing good things about the show. Like, people are enjoying it and everything. So, you know, who knows? Maybe they will take that into consideration and we'll get another season. But I don't know. This could be the last one, at least for a very long time. So, I'm excited to jump into it. Okay, guys, last time. Well, before I get into last time, before I tell you my thoughts on last time, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending out those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you will hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for me. Thank you so much. So, all right, on to the last episode. I think I said most of what I wanted to say in my last reaction, but I will just quickly add that I think my biggest takeaway for it, well, I had two kind of big takeaways. One of my takeaways was that I don't think I really realized that, like, Salem was Salem to a degree even before everything, you know? Like, sadly, and it really is unfortunate, you don't get through kind of like a life of solitude without having some issues. Very, very unfortunate what happened to her, and I know her dad was kind of like trying to protect her, but at some point, like, he even says, like, you're my prized possession. It's like, no, dude, that's a living person. It's not a possession. She's a living person. Like, I know you're worried. I know that parental worry must be very, very profound. But on the other hand, you know, you do have to consider that, like, you do not own your child. You are in charge of your child when they're very young, but you do not, like, you know, it's just really too bad, because I think she definitely was not good for her, like, mental state. Let's put it that way. Because I was seeing, like, big time last time, like, oh man, like, she really was, like, you know, we see her manipulating people now and everything. And that is not something that developed out of the events that kind of made her into the Salem we know now. Like, that was there. The roots are deep, you guys. So, and the other takeaway I had, what was the other takeaway? Did I forget it already? Oh, the other takeaway was that, you know, kind of this idea that the story depends on who's telling it, you know? And I always wonder, like, what does that have to do with kind of our main story? Clearly, this one had a very big tie-in with our main story, but, you know, I think when we're talking about how stories are told, particularly when we're watching, like, kind of extraneous RWBY material, I'm always kind of looking for clues about, like, what could that mean, you know? Like, what if all RWBY is just one big fairy tale and they fell into the real world or something? I don't think that's the case. I mean, it is a fantasy world for sure. It is clearly a fictional world, but anywho, you guys, that's kind of my takeaways from last episode. I'm hearing a lot of you say, because I'm watching this a few days after it's come out, I'm hearing a lot of you say that this next one we're about to watch is really good. So I'm excited to jump into it. What do you say we go ahead and get started on The Warrior in the Woods? Let's go.
Today's show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Working from home? Protect your sensitive data with an extra layer of security at expressvpn.com/rooster.
Here we go. Oh man, I'm bittersweet. This is the last one. I've really had fun with these.
All right, girls. One story and then it's bedtime, okay? I mean it.
Okay, Daddy.
Yes, Yang. I promise you, it is filled with monsters and fighting.
Yes. Monsters are fighting!
All right.
Monsters are fighting!
Now.
Oh my god.
A long time ago, there was a village surrounded by an enormous forest.
Okay.
A village that had been safe from the creatures of Grimm for as long as anyone could remember. It had been so long that the villagers believed that their forest had been charmed and would keep the monsters at bay so long as no one entered it.
That's not good. That sounds like they're getting a little complacent. Like a little letting their guard down. That sounds like it could be bad. Oh no.
But
As
time went on, the people became complacent.
Complacent?
Oh,
Complacent.
careless.
Oh.
Thank you, Ty. No, it's very dark. It's very dark. It's very dark. There's Grimm. Whoa! Who's that?
Go home.
Who is this? Who is this? Do we know this person? Is
You
that?
never saw me.
Wait!
Whoa!
Thank you.
Whoever they
When
are,
the boy
they're
made it
awesome.
back to his village, he told no one of the warrior who had saved him. But he described the terrible monster he had narrowly escaped. Those who believed him took his safe return as proof that the woods protected them. Everyone continued living exactly as they had. Everyone. Except the boy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is this? I wonder where this is going. I just thought of something that could be where this is going. I don't know though. Oh, is that he fashioned a weapon? Okay. Is this such a good idea to go? Is he oh, it's there. Yeah, there we go.
You
There we
again.
You remember me?
I remember everyone I've saved.
Oh.
And everyone I didn't. I told you not to come back.
I had to find you, to bring you this.
What is it? It's a
I'll
present.
take it if it means you'll leave.
Thank you.
Next time you enter the woods, you're on your own.
Oh, just don't do this again. Except I have a feeling he might anyway, because he wants to see this. Oh, he's okay. Time is passing. The hair is growing. Time spreads, and he's training. He's training. He's like, I have been inspired by this strong individual who has saved me. Ow. Oh, see now. Oh.
I knew you'd still come to my rescue. Thank you.
I told you I wouldn't save you this time. Why do you keep coming back here?
I have a question for you.
What?
Go ahead and ask. I don't promise an answer.
Why? Why do you live in the woods alone? Why do you risk your life to save strangers?
There's gotta
Why
be
do
a
you
good answer
protect
to
the
this.
village? Why?
That's 5 questions.
That's
But
a lot of
they all
wise.
have the same answer. I live here alone because I am alone. And as a general rule, I don't like people. Most of
Okay.
my own people were killed long ago. My family, everyone I've ever known is dead, and if there are other survivors like me, they're scattered all over Remnant.
Killed by the Grimm?
By the
Murdered by
Yes.
other people.
whoa.
But then why do you protect others?
Because I can. Because no one else will. And because some people are good, like you. And that gives me hope.
Aww.
Why do you
See,
keep
go on
coming back to
fighting.
the woods?
You've spent all these years looking after us. I thought maybe it would be nice if someone looked after you for a change.
Well, don't
Super
come back.
sweet. Don't come back with a
Of course,
smile.
He would come back, but
Uh-huh.
not for another year.
Guys, I'm starting to have theories about this. I'm not sure though.
Villagers wondered why the monsters had returned, but the young boy, now the young man, he knew that they had never left. That Until now, the village had been protected by an unseen warrior.
Yeah,
On the
but
appointed
what
day of his
happened?
annual visit, he fought tirelessly to find her. Only this
Oh
time,
no.
she was nowhere to be found. The woods would become too dangerous without their guardian. But the young man was going
crap.
to do his best to protect the village in her place.
What happened to her?
And finally, tell others of her story so they would always know who they had to thank for the many years
I
of
guess
good
the,
days that they'd enjoyed.
the deal's off now about not telling.
Why did you
No,
keep
but-
going back there year after year?
Because that's what I could do.
Yeah.
Because no one else would. Because I fell for her.
Oh,
The
she
moment
deserves
I
some
saw her
appreciation.
silver eyes.
Ah!
What's wrong, Daddy?
Oh, it's nothing, baby. Do you want to hear another story?
Nope. That
No.
one was perfect.
Hey, there is still time.
Oh
to pick
my
up some Mr. T
God.
merch for the holidays.
I don't
You get a
know
bunch
why
of
I'm
great new
crying
items,
right
from
now.
hoodies
I'm
to
not
t-shirts
crying,
to
you're
socks
crying.
and beer.
Just hearing Ruby say that, like, no, that was the perfect one to end on. Just kind of like resonates with me through the screen of like, that was the best one. So, pretty early on, I started wondering if this was a story about Ty and Summer. But then I was like, well, wait, but they were like in school together. And then I was like, the whole like being off in the woods thing, I'm like, it's not, I thought maybe Raven, I don't know. But like, I started to wonder more and more if like the boy was Ty. I don't know if they were supposed to be like specifically Ty and Summer, but I'm guessing he was telling that story because of the silver eyes. I'm still unclear on like whether or not that was a legit origin story of them or if it was just a story that he tells because his, presumably deceased. I mean, she is deceased, but then like I know we were all kind of wondering about that at one point, but we'll just say deceased. Lost love, had silver eyes, and Ruby has silver eyes. Oh, guys, I started wondering pretty early on, when believe it or not, it was the gray of the outfit that I was like, is that silver? Like silver eyes? And this is somebody with black hair, and we see a young blonde boy. Like, is this a story of Ty and Summer? But then kind of the whole, like, kind of grumpiness and surliness, I was like, oh, maybe it's Raven. But I don't know if it was really supposed to be any of them. Because I don't know if that's how they all, like, by the time he would have been a young man, he would have already known them through school and everything. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was supposed to be about them. But maybe, like, was that the story of the first silver-eyed warrior, perhaps? Or is that just kind of, I mean, is it true? Is it fictional? Of course, we had this discussion about many of the other fairy tales, like, how much of it is true and how much of it is fiction, So I guess maybe you can kind of, like, draw your own conclusions about it, which is the fun part, unless it's very clearly supposed to be one thing or the other, and I'm just not 100% clear on that. But either way, I had fun. Oh my god, can you see Ruby and Day? Oh my god, when I first heard the narrator, I'm like, that sounds like Ty, but it's probably just because, they've been using some of the voice actors throughout the series, so I'm like, it was just a coincidence. And when I heard Ruby, my heart just leapt. And, oh my goodness, getting to see little Ruby and Yang in this, and Ty in this animation, and just getting like a story that is specifically like they are involved. It just feels like we brought it so full circle, like between that and between the fact that it was a story that's so personal to them and to Ruby. I just think that was the perfect one to end on. I agree with Ruby. Nope. That's the perfect one. I don't know why I started tearing up at that. I think that there was just such a cliffhanger at the end of the last volume, and kind of not really having a lot of answers, and there was just something about like that statement that just, I don't know, it just really got to me. I don't know, maybe you had similar experience, I don't know. It just sort of hit me in the feels, I guess. Also, baby Ruby, baby Yang, sweet babies. Guys, I loved that. I thought the story itself was really good. And I thought the twist at the end, I mean, even though I had my suspicions, just having it like confirmed where we finally get to see the eyes was so good. Ty just kind of like taking a moment just to kind of let that sink in, let that story sink in. Oh my God, guys. It was bittersweet. It was very beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. And again, it just kind of like knowing where we all, I hate to say this, but landed. I hate to even use that punny term. But knowing, you know, kind of where we left off. I don't know. There's just something about seeing that just was really, really, it hit me in here. It's my heart. In case you didn't see that. So, all right, guys, this series was fantastic. I really, 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 truly hope that they get a season 2. If not, what a beautiful ending. If we have confirmed, you know, there will definitely not be a season 2, or at least not like anytime soon, I will check out the book. If it's still kind of up in the air, I may hold off on the book just because I kind of like to go in with as little info as possible, and I don't want to like know all the stories ahead of time if I don't have to. That being said, the book looks fantastic, and it looks good. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like something I would like to have on display. It looks pretty. And, so clue me in as to kind of what the future plans are. In the meantime, I've already kind of started thinking about, a next Rooster Teeth show that I'm going to be checking out. So stay tuned for those details, because, I do want to definitely take this hiatus from, you know, main RWBY shows, to check out other Rooster Teeth shows and other RWBY content if we get around to it. So, yeah, I've been doing some like other RWBY content here and there. So, all right, guys, I loved it. Oh, so sweet. That was definitely getting a rewatch. Like, I feel like that has a lot of rewatchability, don't you? You probably already rewatched it a couple. This is a rewatch for you guys, so you can confirm that for me. All right, guys, stay tuned. Check the schedule. I will have new stuff coming for you soon. Lots of exciting stuff around the corner here. So keep checking in with me. Thank you so much for joining me today, as always. And please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.